Okay, while he's
So when I
reading,
type in
let's
Robert
look up all the
Maxwell,
pictures
when I
of
type
Epstein
in
wearing
Robert
IDF shirts.
Maxwell threaten, it says no results. When I type in what you asked me to type in.
Okay. Do you want me to send you the link?
I'm going to go to the justice.gov page. Hold on a sec. I typed in word for word what you asked me to.
Did you spell the word correctly?
Sure did. Okay, so now I'm on the Justice website.
And the DOJ, they have been covering up pictures like they cover up pictures of Howard Lutnick, another Jewish Zionist working for Trump.
It says the late tycoons. Okay, so this is on justice.gov. I'm actually reading straight from
which they've omitted images if you want to use
so
that
the
as a
late tycoon.
They omitted the Howard Lutnick pictures on
this is not omitted. This is reading.
I know, but they omitted Howard Lutnick. They got rid of the Secretary of Commerce on that website.
Cool. So this is what it says, straight from the government website, straight from the Epstein files. The late tycoon's daughter fled Britain and now resides in Manhattan, where the Columbus connection emerges. Rosser reported that Ghislaine is a one-time partner of Epstein, an immensely powerful New York property developer and financer. Other newspaper reports have described Epstein as everything from a concert pianist, corporate spy, math teacher, stockbroker, merchant banker, and globe-trotting businessman. He has steadfastly denied rumors of links to the Israeli Mossad. Maxwell denied similar connections just prior to his accident at sea. So I don't like taking Epstein's words for it because he's, again, a piece of shit.
Oh, okay.
I'm simply saying this is what he said because you're also going with what Epstein said, which I think is ridiculous.
So then let's rule that out. Let's talk about the facts. Leslie Wexner and Leon Black were the main financiers of Jeffrey Epstein. That's how he funded all of his properties, where he raped little kids to blackmail people to support the state that you're shilling for. Do you know this?
Yeah, I think all that's disgusting too. But how do you know he did this for the state and not just people who are also just like, hold on, almost done. Just like how there were many other officials of other governments who worked with Epstein. How do you know that these weren't just people in the Israeli positions, not just government, but higher positions that also did stuff with them, just like Clinton did stuff with them?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I think Donald Trump or America is doing this.
Do you know what all this has in common?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're Googling again? You ask a question. All this has in common. These places, there are connections to Israel, right? You're saying, okay, he was there with American politicians. He was there. Trump is all over the files. Who did Trump just bring our country into war with? He brought our country to war with Iran to support Israel, who did not.
I didn't say Trump. I didn't say Trump was all over the files.
No, I did, because he is.
You're adding words.
And you're saying, why are
all these... Yeah, but not in any nefarious way that we know of as of now.
Well, he did say Epstein had a lot of beautiful young women, some of them very young, a lot of beautiful women, some of them... So yeah, maybe there's just a coincidence that he was bringing children around him. There's pictures of younger, not children, but some pictures with children next to Jeffrey Epstein.
The Epstein files, you say you studied the Epstein files. The Epstein files also showed that he turned him in before any of this was even in the news, and he called him a horrible guy. So again, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
like, but if something came out and we knew, I think you don't understand the difference between like evidence and proof. You keep saying you have proof and you're giving speculation. You're right. Trump could be a PDF file, whatever you want to call it, right? He totally could be. And if he is, and it's proven, not your speculation, Sneako, not evidence that maybe you speculate this way and some people speculate that way. If there's proof, I'd be more than glad to call him a piece of shit.
If they ever release all the files,
the Prophet Muhammad, all of them.
If they ever release all the files, they only release less than half and probably far less than they've omitted a lot of them, then I'm sure it would implicate...
It's more than half.
Definitely
more than half.
Okay.
They said there's 3 million pages left. There's been more than 3 million.
Look up the terabytes since you don't know what you're talking about. Look at the amount of gigabytes of files that released compared to the total amount. Because if like legitimate files, yes, paperwork and everything, but the amount of gigabytes, it's not even close. But you didn't know that. So if you're wondering why that he's working with and he has connections to Saudi works with Israel, right? In a lot of ways, they do trade with them. They've allied with them directly or indirectly. America's completely...
They trade with Saudi?
Yeah. Oil, of course. America, you're saying, okay,
Israel and Saudi Arabia?
Let me answer your original question before you keep on deflecting to run away from pedophile blackmail. You're saying
trying to go back to our original topic before you deflected to Epstein.
I am making the debate. You asked why was he there working with leaders of all over the world, right? Even they're saying that.
First off, I never brought up Epstein. You brought it up because
and I'm answering your question. I am answering your question, and
that's fine. But if you say deflect one more time when you literally deflected, which we'll all see in the recording when I post all of this,
I didn't deflect from anything.
I
answered every single one of your questions.
To Epstein,
I didn't deflect to anything.
Yeah, okay.
No, actually, Epstein is not. Epstein is, you have the flag of a country right behind you that would not exist right now and not have the power over our country without Epstein. That's why I'm talking about it. It's more relevant than ever. These files have just been released a couple weeks ago, and now we're at war with Iran, and people are already
Israel
starting
had
to
no
forget
control
about this.
over America prior to Epstein.
Well, they had overwhelming control afterwards. You asked, why are so many world leaders implicated on this? The coincidence is all these people also have ties with Israel and are also supporting Israel. I just said that. You said you brought up the piece of the Kaaba. A lot of people are saying Saudi has direct connections to Israel. That's why they trade with the US dollar.
Nobody says that.
I just said it.
Nobody says that, by the way. Saudi, but you're just wrong. Saudi is trying to get into Abraham Accords, but as of right now, they haven't. I think you're confusing the UAE maybe with Saudi Arabia. I'm not sure.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so you think Saudi Arabia and Israel are trading back and forth?
You don't. Of course.
Can you say yes to that, please?
Of course. Of course they are.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Of course
Thank you.
Go Google it because you don't know what you're talking about. Then you asked about America and you said, why are so many American politicians working with Epstein? The coincidence is our country is completely subverted because shills like you are promoting the same slop that people like Epstein were promoting. Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Bill Gates, all these people.
There you go, guys. Just Googled it like
it says formal diplomatic. It says formal diplomatic relations. It does. It says formal diplomatic relations.
And also says,
What does it say? Read it. Read it.
And it also, It also has no official trade or business ties exist with Israel.
No official.
While official bilateral. Right. Correct.
Official bilateral. Continue.
That's what you said.
Continue.
Sure. It says, while official bilateral trade figures are attempting to be processed through the Abraham Accords, as of right now, there is no trade. Now, are you saying unofficially, like they're doing it in secret? Is that what you're replying?
You're deflecting again.
You said they traded oil, right? Look, we can go back to Epstein. It's fine. But you made a claim.
They trade oil with America. U.S. and Israel work together.
That's not what you said. You said Saudi Arabia and Israel.
U.S. is Israel right now. It's the same. They are the same.
Gotcha.
Because of this blackmail. These politicians
so that's
work
what you
for
meant,
Israel.
Sneako. That's what you meant.
Absolutely.
Okay.
They've made that clear with this war that you're promoting, that U.S. and Israel are the same.
Yeah.
We are fighting this war for Israel.
You're just too proud to say, you know what?
Too proud
to say that Israel and Saudi Arabia traded oil. So you're trying to be
I'm not.
I meant that America. Dude, you got it wrong.
Are you too slow to explain the connections? Okay, so you want to figure out the U.S. dollar.
But when you said Saudi Arabia and Israel traded oil, you really meant America and Saudi Arabia. Got it.
U.S. and Israel are the same. It's traded with the petrodollar. They use the U.S. dollar. Israel benefits off this dollar. The Rothschild central bank system controls American banks. Trading with the U.S. is trading with Israel. These are the same. They've made that clear. This is why the GCC countries are being bombed right now. If you didn't know that, you were ignorant.
So back to Epstein anyways. When you type in, here I screenshotted it for you. When you type in Mossad and Maxwell together, only one document shows up.
On the DOJ?
Specifically talks about.
Is this the DOJ?
This is searching the full Epstein library.
Okay, they omitted picture.
Everything that's been released.
No. They omitted a picture that was then found of Howard Lutnick, the current Secretary of Commerce under Trump right now, hovering over him, the guy who was absent.
What does that have to do with what I said?
Because they omitted that picture and you're using that website as a source. Like, oh, there's only one email, even though you also conceded that they haven't released the majority of the files. So you don't know what you're talking about. Again, they are hiding so much of this. And already from what they've released, there is so much conclusive evidence to point to the fact that Epstein worked for Israel.
This is extreme.
This is not
You're
extreme.
Saying that. Wait, can you tell me how you got your information then?
It's been leaked.
It's been leaked.
So many of these images been leaked.
Oh,
they've made errors.
So this isn't from. So you're saying this isn't from the Epstein files. This is by some other website that told you this is a real thing.
Your salary.
Is that what you're saying, Sneako?
Yes, the Department of Justice made errors in some of the names that were originally covered up. You know whose name? Yeah.
You said this is from the Epstein files.
Yeah, you know whose name was originally redacted from the Epstein files? I'm answering your question.
Can you do me a favor? Can you tell me who leaked it?
I can't. Do you want to know? This was that they unredacted these files. You're clapping.
I wish I asked him that in the very beginning. That's hilarious.
You're clapping over what I'm explaining.
Straight up.
Leslie Wexler.
Yeah, because I realized you've been lying this whole time. I thought you were searching the Epstein files.
I am searching the Epstein files.
You told me you're searching some random thing. That's why, by the way, he didn't want to show me. Because he didn't want to see that he was just reading from some fucking website.
You're willfully looking away because you don't want to admit that you're holding up the flag of a country that exists based off pedophile blackmail.
Right, Sneako.
Yeah.
Thank you for
let me answer that because you want to trust the government releasing these files and covering it up for so many years.
Can we get back to Israel Palestine at any time soon?
No, this is
fucking smoked on that fucking.
You don't know what you're talking about. originally.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You're gonna talk over me the whole time to try to win.
I worship a pedophile. Yeah, because you're a fucking liar.
Actually,
this whole
you
time
do.
I thought you were talking
do worship
about,
a pedophile.
I thought you were
do worship a
talking
pedophile.
about
Yeah, you do.
the Epstein files.
You do, and we are.
I thought you were talking about the Epstein files the whole time. And the whole time you were just fucking reading from some fucking website that you told you it was a leak.
This has been confirmed. The picture of Howard Lutnick.
This is insane. Oh, confirmed by who?
Look it up yourself.
You said it's been confirmed. By who? Yeah, no, by who? No, go ahead, Sneako. Tell me who has confirmed it.
Howard Lutnick picture leak.
Confirmed by who?
And the Leslie Wexner leak, it wasn't a leak, but they unredacted it.
I'm asking, confirmed by who? You said it was confirmed by who? It's been confirmed, but they won't release it.
Photo of Lutnick. This is CBS News. This is one of the Goyim news sites that you probably believe in. The article reads, photo of Lutnick on Epstein Island removed from the Justice Department.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the Justice Department released it?
I'm reading the article.
And then they removed it. You said they released it and then removed it, right?
A photo release.
Right.
A photo.
Right.
You wanted the source. I'm reading you the source. A photo released last month.
You said they released it. Why would they release it if they're
said
controlled by the Jews?
Okay, look.
Who authorized
Nobody
that
said
release?
that.
I thought you said it was leaked.
Oh my God. Do you like arguing semantics to try to cope with your
For
point?
them to remove something, that means they put it out there first. You agree with that, right?
Listen
Isn't
to
that
this.
kind of common
sense? A photo
sense?
released last month by the Justice Department as part of the Epstein files showed Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein on Epstein Island in the Caribbean was removed from the Justice Department's website before being restored Thursday night. So it was removed and then it was re-added. So somebody within
You said it was leaked. You said it was leaked, and now you're saying they did release it and then re-restored it.
Is all you have semantics?
This is insane.
It was removed.
It's not semantics. Your whole point was based off of that. You said I shouldn't trust a website. Remember what you originally said that you already forgot? You said I cannot trust this website because they remove stuff or don't release it. And I said, how do you know that? You said, and I quote, well, it was leaked and confirmed is leaked. I said, confirmed by who? And then you admitted that they put it back out there.
From somebody in the Justice Department, it was released after somebody in the Justice Department who's not been identified because they're covering up for people like you are covering up. They originally removed it from the files. This was originally not supposed to be a part of it. And someone who had access to the Justice Department's website restored it there. That is what a leak is. Okay.
So why can't I trust this website then? Because you told me originally don't trust
because
them
they proved that people are omitting the files, dipshit. Someone from the inside is not releasing all the information, and then it was released. That's the whole point. Are you slow?
Right. So why can't I trust it now? So why can't I trust it now if they're actively doing this to
all the
release
information is there. You can, of course, you could trust it.
What's not there about Maxwell and
you said, and going back to the original point, you said there's only one email about Maxwell, and I'm telling you, not all the files are released. So we have many references, not from the Epstein files, that show former Israeli Prime Minister saying Robert Maxwell did more for Israel than could even be stated today. So you want sources from many different sources. I have sources from the Epstein files. I have sources from Israeli Prime Minister. I have sources from the Justice Department.
This is hilarious.
Oh my God. I've never seen somebody try to weasel their way out of something that is so blatantly obvious to everybody. You are realizing now that you're covering up for Pedophile Island to support the Jewish star behind you, the Star of David, and you're not even Jewish.
So anyways, I typed in also the Howard Lutnick photo, 0 results. He said that it was put out there after on Thursday. 0 results. That's insane. It's like he keeps lying.
Did you not hear what I said?
Crazy.
That is wild. It was released and then it was omitted. That's the whole point. It was released.
And then you said they re-released it, right? Did you not just say that?
The article says it was omitted. So it was released on the website and then they omitted it. Dum-dum. That's the whole point. The photo exists now.
Article?
The photo exists
this article?
Now. There's many.
Yeah, this article?
That's not the one I was reading. There's many.
You said
Fat Boy really believes Muhammad raped Aisha and
on Epstein's Island.
She stuck around to write 2K Hadiths.
Yeah, this is the one you were reading. I can tell on your face. Yeah, definitely not in the files. That's crazy.
I hope everyone could see this, right? Can everyone type of one if you could see that instead of having a conversation about how Epstein clearly worked for Israel, he's saying, you said leak, not removed. You said restore. It's restored, not leaked. It's like the snakiest.
Stuttering.
It's the snakiest. I've never seen somebody talk like this because it's the most disingenuous conversation I've ever seen. Instead of just saying what's clear. Oh, you said leaked. Well, you really meant restored. You said it wasn't trustworthy because you were putting evidence. It's just you're just trying to go to semantics the entire conversation.
Stuttering?
Nobody's stuttering,
dude.
Nobody's stuttering.
You literally were stuttering.
Everybody's seeing what you're doing. Everybody's seeing these snaky tactics.
Listen,
let's go back now. Now that I provided evidence, Howard Lutnick, Jewish scientist, next door neighbor to Jeffrey Epstein, in the Epstein files, he's the secretary of. You don't see why it matters.
What does this have to do with the Israeli government? Like,
yes,
I agree.
Epstein
there are a lot of officials
work for Israel.
I got you.
Did Epstein work for Israel?
Again, you have done an awful job.
You can't answer. I've answered all of your questions. You can't answer very easily.
So I'm trying to.
Did
glad to answer.
Epstein work for Israel?
Just one more question. Can you tell me how any of this means he worked for like all of Israel? Can you tell me? I agree. He had relationships with people in Israel.
Wait, again, semantics. Nobody said all of Israel. The cope is incredible.
This is insane.
All of Israel. Israel.
He's yelling over me again because he doesn't want me to explain.
Because these semantics are so.
Are you saying? Right.
Oh,
I got you. It's so the cope is insane. He yells over you when he doesn't want to hear the whole sentence. I'm not literally saying.
Just answer the question. Just say it's a yes or no question.
I'm asking.
It's a yes or no question.
All right.
It's a yes or no.
Hear it because he knows he's losing.
It's a yes or no question. Did Epstein work for Israel?
You. Based off of what you gave me?
No. Based off of what you said. No, you need more evidence.
Not even close.
You need more evidence.
An awful job.
Okay, so
can I ask
you want
a question
even more?
now?
Do you want pictures?
He doesn't want.
If you saw, no, because this is the most retarded cope I've ever seen in my life. Did you see Epstein wearing an IDF shirt? Did you see him wearing an IDF shirt in the Epstein? You see that picture? Would that be enough?
If you the one on the plane that was debunked.
That was debunked?
Yeah, that was debunked, dude.
That's a fake photo?
It was, it wasn't actually even AI. People said it was AI. It was actually just Photoshop, and they found it because the lighting on his face actually didn't match the lighting on the plane. Literally, that is not official.
So
that's embarrassing because that was debunked like 6 months ago.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Are
Leslie Wexner?
Photoshop
thing. then why Leslie Wexner?
Literally, look at him. He's turning red.
Leslie
he just
Wexner,
brought up a Photoshop photo that was debunked over 6 months ago. That is insane.
Again, so Leslie Wexner and Leon Black. No, you can't. No. Let's stay on this.
He doesn't want to hear it because he's losing the argument.
No, because I brought up all these pieces of evidence.
He doesn't want to hear it.
I brought up all this.
I got it, and I can't ask anything about the pieces of evidence.
So why Leon Black and
because I want you to hear that.
And Leslie Wexner confirm.
Are you saying I'm not allowed to ask any questions about the evidence you brought up? I'm not deflecting. I'm asking about.
You made a statement. You said absolutely no. Jeffrey Epstein did not work for Israel.
Based off of what you're forcing me to say, because
I'm not forcing you to say this.
I have to.
Okay, so you didn't know.
You are because you're not letting me ask anything. You're interrupting because you're losing the debate hard. You brought up a Photoshop photo that was debunked 6 months ago. This is after you deflected because you were losing Israel.
There's different photos.
Like, I want to talk about Epstein. I want to talk about Epstein because I'm losing Israel Palestine.
No, I cooked you in every single. I cooked you every single point. I cooked you the whole time. Okay. You know what is confirmed? What is confirmed and not Photoshop? What is confirmed is that Leon Black and Leslie Wexner
still not letting me ask any questions about Epstein. It's insane. He wants to push a narrative, but he doesn't want to have a conversation about it.
Because you can't look away. Tactic. This is not even so like trying to do debate rhetoric over the most disgusting thing that people have ever seen.
Once again, Epstein is disgusting. He's awful, and if
you're running cover for him,
I don't care if they're
and you gotta remember every single day as soon as you go on that you run cover for Pedophile Island, and you willfully look away from who we work for. Yeah. Because I don't know if you're getting 7K. Cool. I saw that they're suing the government because they're not.
I get way more than that. I get 10K. I get 10K
from Israel.
Actually. Right.
You get paid.
There's only one person
that worships a
pedophile. I get paid $10,000 a post. No, actually $20,000. Tell your followers that $20,000 a post straight from Bibi Netanyahu to my bank account.
Okay, was that your attempt at humor? Now? You should stick to the semantics because you're not funny.
No, it wasn't humor. Totally true. 100% true.
You get wait. So you're being honest right now. You're being honest that you're getting paid
$20,000 a post. $20,000 a post.
So you are a goy slave.
Yep. It actually says that on the check. Goy slave, $20,000.
Okay, so you're not funny. You're trying to joke around. Stick to the semantics conversation.
Okay.
You are the most unfunny, zesty Epstein show I've ever seen.
Leon Black. Anyways, back to what I was saying.
No. Back to what I was saying. He was funded by billionaire Zionists.
Are you asking if it was an official source by Israel, like they did some kind of program Or are you saying, did he have relationships with people in Israel, including like Ehud Barak, etc.? Is that your question?
No,
because yes, I believe, or I know he had relationships with these people. That's true. Just as much as he had relationships with other people.
Nobody was
that doesn't
asking,
mean I think
again,
that
another one of your stupid snaky semantics tactics. Nobody's asking about the relationships he had. He was friends with people all over the world. He was a socialite. The question was, who did he work for? Who did he work for?
Yeah, I do not think he worked for Israel.
Then who did he work for?
And based off of the information you've given me so far,
then who did he work for? Right?
That
Was he just doing this for fun?
What do you mean doing it for fun?
Why was he doing this?
I believe that there's a lot of people who are rich, and they're so rich that they attempt next after being rich. They attempt for power, and a lot of them do disgusting things for power. I think that's what he was chasing. Now, again, based off of your information that you've given me, you've done an awful job.
So this was not okay. Okay, so it was just fun. It was like a theme park for pedophiles. So
I didn't say that at all. You're changing the word because you're strong.
Was this a blackmail operation? And here
what? Can you say that again without stuttering?
Here's the Justice Department link from earlier. There you go. There's the Mossad link. You're not going to click it because you want to look away. But here's the Robert Maxwell clip. This is what Epstein's saying, that Robert Maxwell was assassinated by Mossad. You want to click that?
Again, and the one that I read said the opposite. Why is yours more appropriate than? Why is yours more appropriate? Okay, again, it's funny how you don't like to hear any counters. It's like, it's interesting.
Okay,
why is it that what
are you not going to click this link? You wanted this link before. I couldn't source it, and now I'm sourcing it so that you could read it and you can know what you're talking about.
Couldn't source it, so you admit you didn't have it originally? Fine, I will click it. But can I ask a question?
Yeah, I had an image. I had an image, but I didn't have it from the source. Good boy, you clicked it. Now you go read it. Go learn up. Go figure out who killed Robert Maxwell.
So what makes this any more or less than the other email where he said he didn't have this connections to the Mossad? Why is this, which is by Jeffrey Epstein? Why is this something that I should automatically believe? But Jeffrey Epstein also saying the opposite. I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Also, why does Robert Maxwell, even if this was true, Robert Maxwell was threatened by the Mossad. Let me read it real quick. Robert Maxwell threatened Mossad. Oh, it says he threatened Mossad. Okay. Yeah. One second.
The subject of the email is he was passed away.
Hold on a sec. Okay, so it says Robert Maxwell threatened Mossad. H = told them that unless they gave him $400 million to save his Kremlin empire, he would expose all he had done for them. In that time, he had free access to Margaret Thatcher's Downing Street, T = Ronald Reagan's White House, to the Kremlin. To the Kremlin. That's interesting. Wait, are you going to ignore that part?
Keep reading. Finish it.
Sure. It's interesting how it also says Russia in here, but okay, let's keep reading. And to the corridors of power throughout Europe. Oh, it's not just Russia, also European powers. Okay, interesting. We're just going to ignore that, of course. Maxwell passed on all the secrets he learned to Mossad in Tel Aviv. In turn, so he betrayed the Mossad and started giving powers to Russia and Europe. This is really
what is the subject line?
In turn, they tolerated his excess. Hold on, let's keep reading. This is great. In turn, they tolerated his excesses, vanities, and insatiable appetite for a luxurious lifestyle and women. He told his controllers who they should target and how they should do it. His controllers being the Kremlin and European powers, by the way. He appointed himself as Israel's unofficial ambassador to the Soviet bloc. Okay, so Robert Maxwell, I just want to get this right. Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's dad, who was the partner of Epstein, had ties to the Kremlin and European powers.
Yeah, and American
Thank
powers.
you for that, Sneako. I appreciate that. That was great.
You're proving my point, boy slave.
Thank you.
He has ties to American politicians and all these countries around the world.
Well, it doesn't say that. But
there is Israeli.
Thank you for proving Robert Maxwell worked for the Kremlin and European powers. I really appreciate that, Sneako.
You run away. The whole point is that this is a global operation.
I literally read exactly what you asked me to read, and now you're
Robert
freaking
Maxwell
out.
threatened Mossad. Nobody's freaking out. You still have answered.
So he worked against the Mossad, correct? That's what that means?
Once
Do you agree?
The work was done,
he tried
to extort them after he had secrets of that. Are you stupid? He had secrets of Mossad.
So you agree Robert Maxwell turned his back on Israel and the Mossad? Do you agree?
Obviously. That's the point.
Oh, obviously, perfect. Okay, so then he started working with who?
These secrets?
Come on, let's read it again, Sneako. Thank you so much for sending. I'm so upset I didn't read
You are avoiding the most important part. This is how these people
I'm
operate.
reading what you asked me to read, and now that I want to talk about it, now you're freaking out and you don't want to talk about it. That's insane.
The important part of this email.
He said, click the link, read it all, and now that I'm reading exactly what it says, he no longer wants to talk about that.
I'm talking about it right now.
This email proves that he turned his back on the Mossad. He said obviously. Sneako said obviously that's true.
Selling secrets.
Turned his back on Israel.
How did he get the secrets?
He turned his back on the Mossad. And then,
how did he get the secrets?
First off,
you don't know?
Great, but he turned his back on them.
Yeah, how did
so by the time it would have reached Epstein, how would he be a connection to the Mossad if the Mossad was threatening him because he turned his back on them? How could he give Epstein a connection to the Mossad?
How did he get Mossad secrets to extort them?
Why does it matter?
Oh my God.
Your whole point is that Epstein worked for the Mossad because Robert Maxwell. You just proved Robert Maxwell turned his back on Mossad.
That was one piece of the a million pieces of evidence that now you're trying to run from.
Can you do me a favor? Do you know when Robert Maxwell died?
What, 1991?
Do you know when Robert Maxwell died?
1991.
Right. So before any of the stuff with Epstein or any of the stuff we're talking about,
this is just,
you just said that Robert Maxwell.
You're playing dumb on purpose.
He literally
Everybody heard what I said.
He literally proved that Robert Maxwell turned his back on the Mossad.
Everybody heard what I said.
He turned his back on Israel. He proved he had connections to Russia. He proved he had connections to European powers.
Everybody knows what I'm saying.
Remember the beginning.
You're trying to run away from this.
Remember the beginning of the argument. The beginning of the argument. The beginning of the argument was that Robert Maxwell was a Mossad agent.
You're just a bad faith debater. Everybody's seeing this. This is what a bad faith debater looks like. The whole point, because you like to fixate on one aspect,
this is incredible.
And he's going to talk
one aspect. I read the whole email. In fact, I read the parts you left out last time.
This is one piece of evidence of a million pieces of evidence that prove Epstein worked for Israel.
A piece of evidence that debunks your whole point.
No, it doesn't, because he had Mossad secrets. You can only get that many secrets by working with or for Mossad. Second, I wanted to
betrayed the Mossad and started working with Russia.
And then betrayed Mossad after obtaining secrets because he worked for them, dipshit. Now, instead of doing bad faith debating, let's talk about the bigger point that this is one piece of evidence.
You want to go back to Israel-Palestine finally instead of this deflection? Or are we still on the deflection?
I want you to answer about Leon Black and Leslie Wexner.
He still wants to go on the deflection.
No, it's not a deflection.
What's your deflection now?
Leslie Wexner and Leon Black, okay? They financed him. So you are saying that Epstein was just a pedophile having fun at a theme park. You said this before. You keep trying to go on tangents. Was this a blackmail?
How dare I read the email you asked me to read?
Terrible. Epstein Island.
He's shaking.
Was Epstein Island a blackmail operation?
A what? I'm sorry?
Are you retarded? Can you not hear words, or are you just
His hands are shaking. Look at him when he puts them up.
Let me say it slow for you. Was Epstein a blackmail operation?
Against the United States or just everyone?
In general.
For Israel specifically or just in general?
No. Was
I have to ask, because what happens is I answer yes or no,
Epstein
and then you end up saying, "Oh, look, he said yes to this."
Blackmail operation. Answer the question.
I have no idea. I'm not going to answer your extremely vague question. I know you want to get a vague question so you can later say, Nick said yes to this. You saw it. Not doing it, dude. Not doing it.
So Epstein's not a blackmail operation. He was just connecting billionaires, politicians, world leaders all over the world, getting them to sleep with underage girls, filming them, getting them to rape children.
Yeah, he forced them to. Yeah, totally.
No,
he got them to. Of course, it's because these guys are pedophiles. Leave it to the Muslim to say they got tricked into it. Of course.
Semantics.
Okay.
More semantics. He was just doing this for fun. Is that what you believe?
Literally never said that.
So what was this about?
I already told you. Power. I already said this. You asked the same question like 10 minutes ago.
Power.
Answer this already.
Power for who?
For himself. I already answered
Power
this.
For himself.
Do you not remember when you asked this question 10 minutes ago?
Power for himself. Okay, so he wanted to get power, but he was financed completely by billionaire Zionists, right? Why would billionaire Zionists fund him if he was just doing this for power?
I think a lot of billionaires absolutely are horrible people, right? Because a lot of people, when they gain so much wealth that they can't spend it fast enough, they end up going towards power, and they see themselves, a lot of the times, they deify themselves. Okay, and when you deify yourself, you end up doing a lot of horrible things. Same thing with Diddy. I don't think he was a Mossad operation either. When you deify yourself, you do these kind of things. A lot of billionaires fall into that boat. I don't automatically think billionaires are bad.
Diddy financed himself,
right?
Epstein was financed. He was propped up by rich Jewish Zionists. That's the difference.
You're not really getting the point. The point is that people deify themselves. They do a lot of these disgusting
Diddy
things. And a lot of people, by the way, don't do that kind of thing.
Diddy and Epstein, it's not comparable.
You're really focusing on like the you're focusing on the wrong part.
Because you're trying to distract.
Just pretend I didn't say Diddy, so you can stop deflecting.
No, because
it's
a bigger comparison. It's a bigger analogy about power.
Oh my
Diddy was doing this because Diddy, of course,
he really loves to deflect.
Yeah, I do. You said Diddy is comparable to Epstein because they like to do these sex parties, right?
I didn't say he was comparable to Epstein, by the way.
The difference,
he's not comparable.
Diddy was not funded by Jewish Zionists. Epstein was.
Fucking speak English.
Epstein was funded by Jewish Zionists.
I literally, Diddy is irrelevant to this at all. It had nothing to do with talking about.
Right,
not to say he was comparable to Epstein. I said that when people deify themselves, they do awful things. Did you not hear that part? Or are you just like ignoring it? You're Diddy.
That's why it's not different. No, because
little Muhammad got excited.
You worship a pedophile country, and you're shilling for people that want to enslave you. This is embarrassing.
I guess we're the same. Then.
No,
we both worship pedophiles.
I only serve God. You worship shekels, and you're covering for pedophiles. It's embarrassing. Diddy financed himself. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. Don't run. Don't run.
Literally
from this.
never said Diddy was comparable.
Why are you running?
I never said.
Why are you running?
I never said Diddy was comparable to Epstein.
Funded
you are making this up because you don't want to get debunked.
More semantics.
So you're going off of this Diddy
This is
thing
bad
now.
faith. Should I skip this guy? Type of one in the chat if I should skip because this is incredible.
Yeah.
If you can't answer the question, okay. He was funded by Leon Black and Leslie Wexner.
Anyway,
yes.
So
You want to run from this question? Look at him. Look at him run. Look at him run. Do you want to answer this?
I want to finish what I was saying when you started interrupting me.
Was he financed by Leon Black and Leslie Wexner, Jewish Zionists?
Oh my God, this is insane.
Was he financed by Leon Black and Leslie Wexner? That's not. Can you answer the question? Was he financed by Jewish Zionists?
I assume based off of what you said, that's true. Yes.
You assume, or you could look it up and find the evidence for yourself?
Well, I'm just going to assume you're telling the truth, so yes.
So you're not going to look this up for yourself? Also, you can click right here. The photo that you said.
I just said
the photo that you said was Photoshop of him wearing an IDF shirt. That has been confirmed by Telegraph UK. So here he is on a plane. This is not a Photoshop photo.
Did he just say Telegraph? Oh my fucking God. First off, it wasn't confirmed by Telegraph Genius. Telegraph was the first one to release it.
It's one of the news sources.
Butler.
It's one of the news sources.
It was, no,
again,
oh my God.
You love
no,
semantics.
It's not.
Okay.
So no, it's not.
You don't know.
You're so dumb. Telegraph was the first one to release it.
You don't know.
Telegraph was the first one to release it, Genius.
So more semantics.
Holy shit. Whoever's texting you this information, you need to tell them
nobody's texting me. Nobody's texting me.
Tell them they're fired. Telegraph's the one that released it for the first time. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. Holy shit.
This is how these people win. This is how they try to deflect.
I just want to finish what I was saying. You're the one that deflected to Epstein in the first place.
Epstein was funded by Jewish billionaires. Look it up for yourself. It's all over. The DOJ was funded by Leslie Wexner as a Jewish Zionist. If this was
just so you know, this is the Telegraph group he's talking about, the UK site. This was the first one to post it, just FYI.
Just straight deceiving and lying and deflecting.
Bro, I'm the one that allowed you to deflect to Epstein.
Allow me to deflect. This is the conversation. Israel would not have the power it is today without Epstein. You would not be holding that flag up if not for this pedophile island.
This video will be released and you'll show the prime.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're going to try to edit it up too, huh?
Cool.
Yeah. Release it just like this too. Don't do edit. Like, don't be a coward.
I have no fucking problem.
Don't be a coward.
No problem whatsoever.
Don't do any editing.
I promise you the whole thing will be on the whole
Show it like this.
thing.
And YouTube comments.
Will be up there.
YouTube comments right now. Right? If you're seeing this part of the debate, you see how he's running away from the fact that Leslie Wexner, a Jewish Zionist, funded him. He said here in this conversation,
said yes.
He said two things that you need to remember from this conversation. He does not think that Epstein worked for Israel, and he does not think that Epstein Island was a blackmail operation. This is who you're listening to.
Literally.
This is somebody covering up for the most evil island that the world has ever seen. Left, right, he's going to try to say it's a liberal tactic, whatever.
He's shaking. Look at his hand.
Nobody can defend this. Nobody can defend this. This is who is pushing these lies. These types of people running cover for Epstein. The victims have not been vindicated yet. They've been lying about them. They've been covering it up. They haven't released the files, and now we're at war with Iran. The people who are covering up these files, they brought us into war with Iran for Israel, which would not exist without the pedophile blackmail that this guy has supported.
For those among...
Get out.